Yo, welcome back to another market review. I'll be going through this chart with you guys. So yeah, let's get on with it. Relative equal lows taken, swing high, oh sorry, swing low, closed above and back inside the range. For me today, I was expecting that these highs were taken, or rather for the whole week, I was expecting these highs to be taken, but it looks like I think probably the consolidation and probably the lack of sell stops that we took um, made me made this logic a bit invalid. We still had relative equal lows down here, and same thing on here. On the weekly chart, we have the order block here. We have the weekly order block, goes to the daily. We're rejecting off this order block here. And then now we're heading lower. Going to the 1 hour. Still the same thing that I looked at. So 1 hour dealing range, we come back into equilibrium here, drawing the dealing range from this low, this swing high. So we've taken buy side up here. This is the dealing range high, or we can use this as well, because we took our buy side there. And then adjust it to the most significant run lower, or it's the swing high that caused the most significant run lower. We could either use this high here or this high here. We have our bearish Vivaldi gap, which is in a premium. We trade higher in pre-market. Trade higher in pre-market. On the 15-minute, we take out relative equal highs, which is our buy side. Shadow run of the high here. We come up and sweep that all out. Going to the 5-minute. Actually, let's go back to the 15. We had 12 a.m., which is here. This is midnight open. And 8:30, which is here. We go higher at 8:30, just about sweep that buy side, but still a shallow run. At 9:30, let's go to 5-minute. We self-consolidate here, go to the 1 hour gap, taking out this buy side there. Let's just mark it like this. And we end up heading lower, lower, lower until the London low draw. I didn't take this. I took a long. I was offside today again. I think today was clear if we were onside, like as in the daily. If I hadn't perceived this as a return back up into the swing high. At first I perceived it as the order block, right? Coming up into the order block. It was likely that I would come up to these swing highs for me. But obviously the consolidation here is just a bit it's really bad here. And also we had relative equal lows still down here. So yeah, that was the difference between ICT's example and this one. Having the bias that we are going lower, yeah, we would have seen this sort of thing happening here. Again, same sort of premium. Yeah, same sort of thing here. We went to premium for value gap, we swept buy side, 8:30 manipulates higher, taking out these relative equal highs. Goes to 5 minute. Now this is where the entry is. It is on ES. We've taken buy side. Fair value gap here. Market structure shift here. And that would have been the trade for today. Had I been on side. Stop loss. Yeah, probably at the high here. Take profit all the way down here. So that would have been the trade today. And yeah, I think that's basically it. So basically the learning lesson for honestly this whole week has been these conditions are just not good, right? And the main bias that I had this week was that we would take these swing highs out, because we wicked lower, taking out these relative equal lows, and then closed above back inside the range. And then using this order block, we closed above the mean threshold, taking out the order block high. Matter of fact, I'm gonna measure this. See what we did there. And we traded above that as well. So yeah, overall, had I been on side for the week, it would have been a great week. But obviously, I was not on side, and that just shows that I need to be more selective for what I perceive as a reversal sort of thing. If we manage to break this low, I definitely will be convinced that we rejected off this order block here, coming into this low here, and then coming for these relative equal lows. So the trades that I took today, honestly, we don't even really need to look at them. Like, you know, it's just a bit. It's really useless to look at them. Okay, so on the 5 minute, we had this run of the sell stops during the right time, which is 9:30. Had a run on sell stops. For me, since I was looking at higher, these swing highs, I was looking at it in the perspective of coming up and just sweeping all of these highs, right, basically. So I didn't expect this fair value gap to hold as it did. Yeah, I didn't expect that fair value gap to hold, so I was willing to take an entry up here, which is this fair value gap here. This BC. And this also aligned with the idea that we had levels of support here. We had levels of support here. Going into that 5 minute gap, support turning into resistance, that sort of resistance turning into support, that sort of idea, using this fair value gap as an entry, and then running up to these highs. But yeah, that didn't play out because likely that the narrative or the overall direction of the market is not these swing highs, it's more so that's these relative equal lows. At the time, I didn't really just want to believe that. That's why I kind of sort of ignored the signs. Yes, being the clean, the cleaner asset to trade on. Order block, respecting that order block. Another order block, respecting that order block. Reciprocal highs taken. It was just, it was fairly clear. Had I, well, not known, but more so that, not perceived this candle here to be a run on a reversal on the swing highs above. So that's basically the end of the trade recap or review, and that's the only entry that I took, by the way. So today was a $300 loss, I think. Let's log in here. Got 389 and my trailing drawdown is 300 and something, about that. So overall, really offside week. I think I was offside for every day here, and that was mostly because of the idea that we swept the low here and closed back above. So really unfortunate, but honestly expected, because we have taken out these relative equal highs, swept them, range back into equilibrium, buy side, swept, order block, and then soon to be forming order block here, and then running these relative equal lows down. Anything else? I don't think so. In ICT's example, he had more of a more structure down here. It was like this, basically. Where's the, there it is. It was more structure like this. So we come up like this, come lower, and then back into equilibrium, come up, back into equilibrium, come up, back into equilibrium. There's more of a structured, like, run, more structured runs, and if that was there, then I think possibly it would have been more likely that we went to these swing highs. But yeah, that's the only differences that I think was in play today. Yeah, man, gonna be streaming later, so we'll try and get through this. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoy your day, and peace.